I am Dr. John Marshall, the director of the Rush Center for the Cure of GI Cancers, and I'm pleased to be joined by our partner, Cure, as we look at managing patients with GI cancers. Let's drill down on living well with cancer. We know that cancer is scary and immediately and dramatically life-changing. We know that being a caregiver is incredibly hard and requires lots of time and energy. Being a cancer patient takes tremendous energy, and you know you must maintain hope to maintain that energy. And finally, quality care is clearly a reflection of good, strong support, not only from the healthcare team, but maybe more importantly, from the caregiver and family and friends. Join us as we hear from our patients and our caregivers as they reflect on this important subject.
I think the original, and I'm just one person, so a little bit anecdotal, but I think there was a focus in the past on eradication. How do I get rid of the cancer? And I'm not that patient. I'm a patient that probably needs to long-term manage it. And then even when you get rid of it, just sitting and talking, once you become a member of the club, you seek out other members of the club. And just talking with some other friends who have had the similar experience, they all will say that you never actually really believe that you're cured, that you live from your next CT scan to your next CT scan.
Physically, I'm fine. I don't have any serious sickness where I have to be in bed or something. Tumors are there, but they're not bothering me right now. Of course, the surgery side effects are there, which has kind of limited my activity a little bit. But basically, I'm doing fine for now. But the fear is the biggest illness right now. What next? What may happen? What if this doesn't work?
I think the caregiver is the tough role. Not that having cancer is not tough, but there's been studies that say, there is a group of people that have had both cancer and been caregivers, and without a doubt, the overwhelming majority said that the caregiver was the harder position, because you're worrying about day to day, you're worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow, you're worrying about what's going to happen in 6 months, and you're worried about keeping everything normal.
It was hard for me at first. I wanted to be strong, so strong that I could do everything for myself. But I've learned that it's really beneficial to be able to speak with people who especially are in a similar boat as you, other caregivers of people who have, a loved one with cancer. And that can really provide you a lot of support.
I remember the day that I was first diagnosed several years ago and how devastated I was by the news. And I'll never forget what one of the doctors that I saw, I was getting a second opinion on it. What he told me is he said you're probably going to be doing some research on Google and finding out about this disease, and you're probably going to be really scared by what you read about how dire the prognosis is. And he said, don't pay attention to that. A lot of that information is several years old in terms of, longevity and effectiveness of certain treatments. Drugs are so much better today than they were a few years ago. You're relatively young, you've been relatively healthy up until this point. So just forget about, life expectancy and prognosis. Just think positive.
I think faith is a very important thing, and I'm not necessarily talking about religious faith, but it's faith in your ability to get through the treatments, that you can get knocked down by a treatment, pick yourself up, and you can face the next one and get through the next one. And I think having that faith and that belief in yourself, and also that you will come out the other side and be able to put things back together, is one of the most important things.
I never thought it would be possible for my wife and I to be any closer. I mean, it was just that we are that close. Cancer made us closer. And so for me as a caregiver, I embrace this challenge just as we've embraced the blessings that we've gotten. I embraced cancer. I didn't make cancer my enemy. We were going to conquer cancer, so cancer became a part of us. It was given to us because for whatever reason it was ours, just as the blessings were given to us, and we accepted them wholeheartedly. We approach cancer the exact same way. that we would control cancer and cancer would not control us.
I want to try something new, something else. There was nothing there. They said, we don't have anything. So I looked up, found out in clinicaltrials.gov and asked them, asked around. There was a study going on here in Georgetown. Very good. So I approached here. Dr. He was kind enough to consider me, and she looked at my whole history and everything, and there I am, signed up for this trial, and so far so good. I'm feeling good because there is hope, and that's the number one treatment here. I feel good. I have hope, my family has hope, because I had nothing left before.
Initially, we were, for the first few weeks after the diagnosis, a little knocked on edge, and in order to get things back, I planned an outing that I thought was something that my husband and I would really enjoy, something that was simple. We went on a boat for an afternoon sail, and it really helped us understand that all is not lost, that there still will be good times, and that we need to, turn to each other and support each other through this tough time.
Positive outlook is a critical aspect of it, and where you get that positive outlook is from your friends and family. I turned to the church, to get some emotional strength from the church situation. So I feel that having friends and family and a support group besides my wife Donna, is critical to getting through that first startup.
Have someone that's supportive. Look up things for yourself. Listen to advice from the doctor. And first of all, pray. And be understanding what the process is going to be. All situations are not the same. And just basically have someone that you can talk to and someone who's going to be supportive and sit there right there beside you.
The support from family and friends was incredible. So at the same time that you're feeling like quite a broken, very sort of confused and anxious person, at the same time I felt very blessed through the process. Just to have that outpouring of love and support, and there were even points when I thought, how would I have known that people loved me this much and were there to give me so much support in a way if this hadn't have happened.
Going through cancer treatment is a time when it is perfectly okay to be a little selfish. You need to take care of yourself. You need to get through this. You want to survive, and you have to do what it takes to do that. So if that means sucking up your pride and asking, your brother to make you some mashed potatoes, then do it. If it means telling your friend, no, I'm not going to a movie tonight with you because I feel terrible, but you can come over and hang, do it, because you really have to take care of yourself right now. Your support system, your family and your friends and your loved ones, they're gonna understand, and they want to be there for you, and they want you to make it as easy as possible to get through this. So just rely on them and do not feel guilty about it.